Good morning and welcome to Rise and 9. We're starting just a little bit later this morning, but we're joined by Charles Hart today.
I was so excited to be on the show. I think it is so cool.
Yeah, it is fun. It's a different format than we typically do with the morning news. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to just relax and catch up on the day's news stories, but also catch up on life too.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so that's the big thing.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people traveling today. I know millions of Americans around the country are planning on traveling. I know you're traveling today as well.
Yes.
So, and I'll be staying here, but I'll be traveling this weekend. So, we're expecting some snow too. So,
yeah, expecting some
tricky.
snow. So this is something that people will want to pay attention to, especially while traveling home, because millions of Americans are expected to travel for Thanksgiving. And obviously that weather could cause some issues when we're thinking about the way home. We know that on Black Friday, Nebraska and Iowa, the big showdown is happening out in Lincoln, out west. That's the way that the snow is projected to come from. So people need to be watching as they head back from their Thanksgiving celebrations, or if they're headed back from that football game this weekend. There could be some snow on the roads.
I know. So hopefully it's going to be okay. It sounds like it'll be okay getting there if you kind of head before Saturday, before Friday night. And speaking of that game, you're a Husker fan.
I am a Husker
fan. I'm a Hawk fan, so it's a rivalry. Right
I know, yes. And all week, I feel like I've been picked on around the newsroom, which is totally fine. I expect that.
Not by me.
We are, maybe Charles has had a little bit to do with this, but we are, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Iowa City.
Exactly,
I understand this is Hawkeye country, but like I've mentioned before, I have Nebraska ties, so even though I'm from here, I've just grown up a Husker fan, and so once you know the way that you're raised, that's just in your blood at that point.
Once a Husker, always a Husker.
Yes, but this is a very fun game every single year.
No, and if you're going to, it's probably going to be cold.
It's always a cold game,
cold.
too.
It's Black Friday.
I went several years ago when it was in Iowa City, and I just remember, maybe I didn't dress correctly, but I just remember my toes being numb through my shoes.
No matter how many pairs of socks you put on or what shoes you put on, it seems like it always doesn't work out.
Exactly.
Well, I went to one Iowa Husker game years ago. I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was a Black Friday one, but it was freezing. And so we just went to a restaurant to watch the rest of the game. We needed warmth.
And that's a good way to do it too, is on the TV.
Yeah.
Another thing we do on this show usually is eat our breakfast.
Yeah.
Charles, I have to have you show what you
Do you want me to call out? So this is just some people thought it was ice cream, but this is just a big tub of yogurt. And
I know.
I bring it in almost every day with a salad. I didn't bring the salad today, but I just brought the yogurt. I just pick at it. I don't eat the whole thing in one day.
Yeah. I wondered about this the other day. I don't know if you remember. You were sitting at your desk. This is the first time I witnessed this. And I walked by and I was like, Charles, are you eating a whole tub of yogurt?
You've wondered that. Catherine and EDI has asked me if that was a tub of ice cream.
You're just working on it all week.
It is. It's just I use it for breakfast. I use it for protein shakes. I make yogurt bowls.
Very healthy.
It is. I buy 2 tubs of these every week. And surprisingly, I go through like 1.5 to 2 full tubs of yogurt.
I love it. That's great. Yeah, good way to start the day.
So you usually start.
I usually have
have your yogurt, just not today.
Yeah, no, I'm out of routine today because, like you mentioned, I'm traveling. So I'm leaving right after this to go meet up with my family, and we'll be headed out west to meet some more extended family. So, yeah, the Iowa DOT does say they're watching the winter weather this weekend. It could have major impacts. If it does have major impacts across the state, they're saying that could turn into an all-hands-on-deck situation for the Iowa DOT.
Yep.
And there could be more than 800 plows and trucks on the road.
Absolutely.
So people need to be careful too, because there have been accidents involving plows in the past.
Exactly. So you got to look out for that. It's just, I feel like the overall, the biggest tip is just drive a little slower. And just be careful. Give those plows some room.
Yeah, leave
they're
that
working
space.
hard. You're trying to get to your destination. It's just always best to be cautious.
Yeah, and we could see on the city cams already this morning. Of course, today we're dealing with the wind.
Yeah, the North Liberty cam was shaking when we showed it on the 6 a.m. hour.
I know, and you could already see that traffic on the S-curve in downtown Cedar Rapids. That's starting early today. Thanksgiving, of course, tomorrow. So between the higher volume of people on the road and then the wind today, and then you've got snow coming later, really just want everybody to get to their destination safely and have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, fortunately you said, you said it woke you up last night, the wind.
I did, yeah. It sounded like it was smacking the side of my house.
It sounded like it was howling.
It was sure
out of
howling,
mine.
yeah.
So that was definitely. Luckily, everything out of the east, I'll actually try to pull that up. Everything out of the Eastern Iowa Airport was looking okay this morning.
Yeah, we could give the latest update on
its
that.
departures. I should have been prepared for this, but
that's okay.
Spontaneous.
We've got the computer here.
Exactly.
It's
We've got
all
the
good.
world at our fingertips. So we'll go ahead and check those departures, make sure they're all
so good.
Looks like we have no delays.
Yeah, so far
this
good.
morning. So we love
That's
that.
great.
Arrivals are all looking good. Departures are all looking good. So if you're flying today, it's going to be busy. I know Eastern Iowa Airport said they're expecting around 3,000 passengers today alone. Their busiest of the travel period here this week.
Yeah, and I know we dealt with fog earlier this week, but at least that's not a factor this morning.
Yes.
So, I mean, we do have that wind to watch out for, but at least you can physically see on the roads. So, just a lot to keep in mind as you head to Thanksgiving. And speaking of Thanksgiving, what are your plans?
Yes, okay, so I'll be here on Thanksgiving. My schedule changes up a little bit. It gets really confusing. So I'll be doing the midday today at 11, myself along with Corey Thompson doing the weather. But then I'm actually coming back tonight.
That's right.
I'll try to be here around 10:30, and I'll be helping Julia, one of our morning producers, produce the morning show for tomorrow, and then I'll be solo anchoring the morning show, and then I'll leave around 7 in the morning. And luckily, my parents are hosting Thanksgiving in town tomorrow.
Yes, you're from here.
Exactly, I am from here. I'm
perks.
born and bred, both of us actually.
Yeah.
Well, you grew up, born in Oklahoma, but you grew up here and all that. So I'll be hanging out at my parents' house tomorrow after I get a little sleep, of course. I'll be able to, I guess we're going to talk more about this later, but I'll be able to catch up with my fiance a little bit. She's stopping by in the morning before she heads to see her dad in Milwaukee. And, so luckily given my weird schedule, I still get to hang out with family.
Yeah, that is super fortunate and great. And you mentioned fiance.
I did.
I wanted to ask you about this. This is your first major holiday engaged.
It is. This is it right here. We got engaged on... I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Friday, September 19th.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
a couple
that's
months
so
now.
Exciting.
Yeah, no, super blessed.
And she lives around here too.
She does. So she lives in the Quad Cities. So only an hour and a half away. We see each other every weekend. And did you want me to tell the story?
Yes, I am itching for you to tell the story. I mean, I've already heard it, but I think everyone else needs to hear the story because you did such a good job with this proposal.
Thank you.
And you put so much thought into it.
It was a lot of planning and stress and nerves, but it all worked. Clearly, she said yes.
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah, and I'll try to see if I can hold up some of the photos here in a couple minutes to the camera. Okay, so yes, Friday, September 19th. It was at a zoo.
Yes.
It was at the zoo, and the only zoo the Quad Cities has is the Niabi Zoo in the Quad Cities. There was an event happening where there was like local breweries there. You could sample some beers from local breweries and all that. And she actually beforehand said that I want to go to this event, so I was like, well, my mom kind of helped me plan this out too. But it was she was
shout out to mom.
Shout out to my mom. Yes. So she said, looks like you're doing it at the zoo, and I was like, boom, we're going to go with... the original plan was to go with whatever she wanted to do that night.
Because then she doesn't suspect anything's happening.
So that's the other thing.
Smart.
It was so spontaneous. But so we went to that event, got tickets, and we were kind of sampling some of the beers, just walking through the zoo. You could look at the animals too. But she was most excited to see the otters. Yes. She loves otters.
They're so cute.
Yep, and so that was another part of the plan. We're going to do it at the otter exhibit.
Awesome.
So that's what we did. So we were walking. There's kind of a little bit of almost a twist in the story here, keeping you on your toes if you're not already. So we were walking towards. So the giraffe exhibit was to the right of the otter exhibit. The otter was in a different building, and the giraffes were outside and inside and all that. So the flow of like the line of one of the vendors was taking us towards the giraffe exhibit. We were supposed to go to the opposite side of the building. So we walk around the corner. I see my family and her family all standing there, and I'm like,
because you had all the family show up.
Yeah, exactly. So but unbeknownst to her, her mom was there from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So her mom's boyfriend were there from the East Coast,
and they're trying to hide out while you guys are walking through the zoo.
No, exactly. So, but we were supposed to go to the other side of the building, but the other side of the building was dead. There was no one over there. I was like, I wonder if we just have to go this way. So we're just gonna roll with it. I see them in my peripheral vision, and I'm like looking at them while we're walking, going like,
get out of here.
I'm like, my heart starts pounding. I'm like, this is about to be spoiled right here. Like, why are all my family here? But luckily, I look back like 2 seconds later, they're gone. She's too
took the hit.
Yeah, she's too focused on the draft, so she didn't say anything. Shout out to my brother and her mom's boyfriend for seeing us and getting everybody out of the way.
Yeah.
So okay, we finally walk into the otter exhibit. Everyone's making a space in the middle, and Ava's like, what's going on? And people are like, I think something's about to happen. And in my mind, I was like, that's us. And so I kind of go around the corner. We actually had a sign made that said, Ava, will you marry me? we had it. The zookeepers were amazing in helping us put this all together. So shout out to them. We put it in the back of the otter exhibit.
Yeah.
Then so she walks around the corner, sees the sign, sees me on one knee, and then
Oh,
boom.
that is so, yeah.
It was so
Great
beautiful.
job,
It was
and
so beautiful.
congratulations.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah, super blessed. We're happy. So I won't be able to spend the whole Thanksgiving with her tomorrow, but that's okay. I'll see her a little bit
Yeah.
in the morning. She's going to stop in Cedar Rapids on her way to Milwaukee. And the big thing, though, is this weekend. Her aunts wanted to throw an engagement party for us. So that's on Saturday in Milwaukee at her
so
dad's
nice.
house. So we'll spend the whole weekend together.
You'll get to celebrate just a couple days.
Exactly. And then we'll spend all of Christmas together. We're actually going back. We're actually flying to Philadelphia for Christmas. So I'm going to spend Thanksgiving with her family.
Oh,
So
such a special
That'll be
time
fun.
and those
I
first
know.
holidays engaged.
yeah,
So
exactly.
special.
And we'll
so.
start switching off holidays, I'm sure, as all couples do.
Yeah, always got to
So.
make those compromises, figure
Yes.
out what works for the families.
Exactly.
And all
Well,
that.
enough about me. What are your plans? Yeah.
Well, like I mentioned, I'm heading out today. So
Mm-hmm.
my extended family does a huge Thanksgiving in Omaha every other year.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the on year. I was actually unable to make it 2 years ago, so this will be my first time going in 4 years.
Mm. Wow, okay.
Because it's every other year if you don't make a year.
Yep,
you
yep,
know,
that's
then
right.
it feels even further away.
Yeah, it
so
does.
I'm so thankful to get out to see all my cousins, all
Mm-hmm.
their kids, my grandparents. There are going to be 38 people there.
38?
38
That's probably
people
around
there.
how many people will be at my parents' house tomorrow.
Yeah,
So.
it'll be pretty special. My
Mm-hmm.
grandparents will be there, of course, from Omaha. And then this is my mom's side of the family. So her brothers and their kids' kids. So yeah, it'll be pretty awesome. Our family just keeps growing, which is so fun. There's
Yes.
some new babies I haven't met yet. So.
Oh, is this going to be your first time meeting someone?
Yeah. One of my cousins just had a baby.
That's
so.
exciting.
Yeah, it'll be
So.
exciting to get out there and meet the
family
little
member.
one and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
get all
fun.
the kids together. And
So.
we'll have to take a picture with the whole. It's not so
course.
often that we get everyone because you know
No.
not everybody lives. You know, I have one cousin coming in from Dallas, a couple
Oh,
cousins.
wow.
So yeah, so it'll be pretty special to be
Yeah.
able to get together with everyone.
Sounds like a fun time. And it sounds like the weather will hold off for you too. Traveling
Hopefully.
today, so
At least
yeah.
getting there, I know we're going to be watching that when we need to leave to come home
Yeah,
to make
that's gonna be the
sure
big one.
that we can avoid that snow.
I know. Justin was saying if you can, best to probably travel home on Sunday.
Yeah, if you
So.
can wait that long or even leave before it. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a
But
great
perfect.
holiday. We hope all
Yes.
of you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for watching and listening in. It was a pleasure being on here for the
Yes,
first time.
thank you, Charles,
So-
and thank you for sharing your special story.
Of course, I'm glad I was able to.
Have a great day.